I think this movie might be the first time I've seen a Looney Tunes movie in my entire life. And the fact that this movie is 2D, hand-drawn, animated again really speaks to my animation core right now. Alright, Ketchup Entertainment and Warner Brothers, let's see what you have in store for me this time. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing my first ever Looney Tunes movie, not only in a movie theater, but also for this social media platform, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Now, looking at the title for this movie, it might sound like it's taking a page out of Jonah, a VeggieTales movie a little bit. I'm just analyzing it just how they titled this movie, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see what this movie is about. The movie stars both Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, both played by Eric Bauza respectively. No Bugs Bunny, no Yosemite Sam, no Foghorn Leghorn, nobody. Just these two farmyard numbskulls, but in a good way. But in this movie, while they're working at the bubblegum factory, they uncover an alien mind control plot. Along with Petunia Pig, played by Candi Milo, they must use their chaotic antics and stop the alien, and then an asteroid, saving Earth in classic Looney Tunes fashion. Now, first off, right off the bat, it should go without saying this, but the combination of both 2D hand-drawn cell animation with the 3D backgrounds looks stunning in this movie. And no, this is not a movie that also advertised it for you to see it in 3D, like most movies do, even though I do love seeing movies in 3D sometimes. Anywho, this movie on the other hand, its primary focus is let's make a movie that harkens back to the old classic Looney Tunes cartoons of old, but mix it up with a couple of jokes that modernize it for newcomers who are new to Looney Tunes and are interested to see a new movie that is based off of the main brand. And for 75% of this movie, I gotta give kudos to both Ketchup Entertainment and Warner Brothers Animation for making this a reality. Now, I know this is not Warner Brothers Pictures distribution, but the fact that this movie was released in theaters anyway without their help is saying something. Because I heard that the CEO of Warner Brothers was a really terrible person when it comes to Looney Tunes. Sure, I don't mind the main IPs like Harry Potter, which I'll review sooner on my schedule. Again, all the movies, and some of the DC Comics franchises like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and some of the others. But the fact that he's just taking off almost all the classic Looney Tunes cartoons off of Max just speaks to how much of a poor businessman and how many poor business decisions he is inflicting on the brand. I hope he gets at the very least fired like Kathleen Kennedy did with Lucasfilm for her poor decisions when it comes to the Star Wars franchise. Even though I still enjoyed the franchise despite of that. But again, neither here nor there. Anyways, now that I'm getting a bit sidetracked, on top of the animation, the cinematography in this movie looks just as great. The camera movements in this movie look like I'm in the early 2000s again, which is a good thing. And the way the lighting, cell shading, and the character designs in this movie really stand out. Even the voice acting in this movie was amazing. Again, as I said before, Eric Bauza did a great job playing both Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. He captured the stuttering personality of Porky and captured the zany and wacky craziness of Daffy Duck in this movie as well. But also, they did a really great job in making their animation styles almost look like the actual cartoons that we grew up with, both when we were young and now. So overall, animation and voiceover wise, which is all thanks to voice acting director Pete Braungart, they did a great job capturing with how they look in this movie. Let's hope that they keep that same pace up. But even though I think this movie is still enjoyable, I do have a few minor issues with this movie. Not to the point where I think this movie is absolute trash because of it, but there are some issues that I have to point out nonetheless. So let's list a few of them off of the top of my head, shall we? Now, when it comes to the film's story and plotline, sure, I get it. It's an absurd feature-length Looney Tunes cartoon, so expect some balls-to-the-walls insanity throughout this whole picture. But when it comes to the story's execution, one of my biggest pet peeves is that when they stick to one plot in this movie, at the last minute, we have another one piled on top of it, which doesn't align with the main plot that they were going for. But at the same time, again, it's understandable. It's supposed to be insane, wacky, and full of zany humor throughout the whole picture. So I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it now. But for me, I just just feel like that the story was a bit rushed. Same thing with the character development in this movie. And I'm talking about the friendship chemistry between both Daffy and Porky throughout the movie. Sure, at one point they start off as best friends, and I don't mind that. But when it comes to the part in the movie where Daffy goes crazy about the mysterious bubblegum that has this chemical in it that makes the townspeople go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, both Daffy and Porky betray each other and start backstabbing at one another. I know, for most people, it's supposed to be that way. But for me, it just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Sure, I get that the core message in this movie is friendship and brotherhood, and that's gonna be a universal theme in everything, not just movies. TV shows and video games as well. But the way they incorporate it in this movie, I don't know. It just felt, like I said, rushed a little bit. Now, for the comedy in this movie, the pratfalls and slapstick are what the Looney Tunes are known for anyway. That's what we always love to see. But when you try to incorporate modern style jokes as well, like iPhones and social media trend type jokes in this movie, for me, it just comes off as a bit out of place for a Looney Tunes property. I know some younger people will love it, but for me, modern style humor, unless done right, is not necessarily my thing. But hey, opinions are subjective. What one person finds humorous, another might not. Myself included. That's the charm of having an opinion, which some people lost sight of that. Nowadays, people on the internet make fun of the people who have their honest opinion about stuff, instead of agreeing with their opinions in the first place. That's the kind of group of people I would like to call trolls or hipsters. And no, I'm not talking about the movie trolls. Clean your ears out. But other than that, guys, in the end, despite those minor flaws, I think The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie is still an enjoyable movie from beginning to end. Sure, the comedy, character development, and the story of the film I might not be a fan of, but that still doesn't change the fact that I thought the animation was solid, the voice acting was superb, and the slapstick and pratfalls are what the Looney Tunes are known for, which is something we all want to see as fans of the franchise. So as a result, I rate The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, a Golden Globe worthy rating. Sure, not the most perfect, but still not a bad movie to watch either. Go see it while you still have the chance. So The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Have you seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Do you agree with me? Do you hate my guts now? Answers down below, please. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share it with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on my Instagram page and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. Also, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. I understand. But if there's a rare chance that you are interested in doing so, there's a little join button down below the video, just right next to the subscribe button. There's also a link in the description below if you guys are watching this on an Apple device. But either way, if you click on the link or the button below, not only will you join my YouTube membership program, but you'll also have access to loyalty badges, custom-made emojis I created for myself, week early access to future reviews, and a special shout out from yours truly. So if you guys want to be mentioned in a video, just click on the link or the button below and become a member. It doesn't cost you much. It only costs about $2.99 a month to join. So make sure you click on that button or the link in the description and become an OG Cinedroid in no time. Also, I set up a Patreon page for you guys to check out as well. There'll also be a link in the description so that way you can visit my page and gain access to up to 4 membership tiers. On my page, I post nerdy fan polls, book audio reviews, and I'm planning to do full-length movie commentaries and TV show episode commentaries, both audio and visual, on my page as well, uncut and full-length. So if that's your cup of tea, if you guys are interested, go to the link below, become a patron, and let's get to know each other a bit more. Also, if you want to subscribe to my gaming channel, there's either a link in the description or at the icon card at the top right corner of your screen. Go over there, subscribe, and let's just have fun together. Also, if you want to subscribe to my GS Productions After Dark channel, where I review movies, TV shows, and video games that are strictly not for families, there'll also be a link in the description so that way you can check out that channel if you're feeling frisky. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.